Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to see love in the general for the sign of Gemini from 21st to 27th of June 2023. So watch this video if you're a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you're dealing with one. Keep in mind these are general readings, so it may or may not resonate. If it do not resonate, do not try to deliberately fit in. Check in any other placement. If you want to have a personal reading, link is in the description. If you want to follow my Instagram, the link is in the description. So now let us see messages for the sign of Gemini from 21st to 27th of June 2023. If you don't already know, I'm a Gemini Sun myself, so hey Gemini. Hey Gemini, let's see. By the way, a very happy birthday, Geminis, for the Geminis that are celebrating. So let's see messages for Gemini. What is the blessing coming towards Gemini from 21st to 27th of June? What is the blessing coming towards Gemini from 21st to 27th of June, please? So the blessing that is coming in is a proposal, Gemini. Some of you, wow. Who is this person coming with a love confrontation? Some of you Gemini, I see that somebody is going to open up about their feelings to you. This person is going to propose to you. So I see a very emotional conversation happening between you and somebody. It can be a very specifically water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but can be any sign, doesn't really matter. So that is a blessing coming in. For those of you Geminis who are not looking for love, who are not interested in love, then I just see that this can be a good news pertaining to something else. So maybe a career related good news, or maybe a finance related good news. So I see some sort of a communication coming in which is going to make you very happy, and this can either be in regards to love. Specifically I see this is love related, but if you are not looking for love, then it can be in regards to something else. All right, so that's that. Some of you, I also see that you are going to explore your creativity. So you might pick up a hobby that you used to have back in days, and now you're gonna pick up on that and you're gonna feel very good doing it. So that is possible. What can be a possible blockage for Gemini for 21st to 27th? A blockage for you could be Three of Wands, which talks about that you may start something without much planning, and that can be a blockage. Like sometimes we jump into things from the first sight of it, and we do not contemplate too much. We do not do the research work, and we get into stuff half knowledge. So your message and a piece of advice for you is that if you are starting anything new, if you are getting on a journey to do something, just make sure that you have done your planning really well, and the spade work has been completed, and you are not starting something with half knowledge basically. So that is something that you need to be a little careful of, okay? Especially if you're dealing with finance, or maybe you're going on a journey, you're traveling somewhere, you haven't sorted places or budget really well, and you just set on a journey, or you make a plan, or just make sure that you've done your research well. Some of you, I see that some paper related work may go wrong, like you may not pay attention to the documentation, and later on something might be glitched in your documentation, the paperwork, and then you may have to revisit something. So just save yourself some time from doing all that hassle, and just make sure that right now you pay attention to the details so that you don't have to come back to it later on. All right, so that's a piece of advice for you. Now let us see your career and finance for 21st to 27th. So career and finance message for Gemini. So we have the Seven of Cups. Some of you are going to feel very confused when it comes to your career and finances. Some of you, I also see that you may be doing a lot of things at once. So that is creating this confusion, right? So you want to do this as well and that as well. You are taking up a lot of projects, or you're taking up a lot of tasks, and then you're overwhelming yourself with like too much of confusion, and then obviously you're not able to decide because there's this confusion and the chaos. So your message is to not do a lot of things. Try to do one thing at a time, okay? So try to take only that much on your plate, the amount that you can handle basically. So this is something that you need to pay attention to when it comes to your career and finance. Similarly, if you are trying to invest your money somewhere, or you are trying to do something with your money, just make sure that you're not trying to indulge in too many places just to make extra profit. Rather, try to focus on one thing at a time, have all the background knowledge, and then go towards whatever you're trying to go for. All right, so that is that. I see that from 21st to 27th, there's going to be some sort of a confusion that you will be facing when it comes to your career and money matters. So just make sure that you do not take any important decision during this time when you are confused. Make the decision when you have the clarity. So take time, pause, reflect, and then make a decision. Don't try to make a decision just for the sake of making a decision and then later on you're regretting it. Just make sure that you don't do that mistake. All right, so that is that. Some of you may also be waiting for maybe an opportunity to materialize, and it may not happen during that time because of all this confusion. So some delay is possible. What is the advice for Gemini for career from 21st to 27th of June? Your advice is again the King of Cups, which is asking you to get at the bottom of the matter. Whatever you're doing during this time, try to get to the bottom of the matter. Don't try to do things just with the surface level information, because I see that you may not pay attention. You may just go ahead with the surface level information, and then later on you'll be like, oh my god, I should have invested more time. I should have taken time to research. So specifically, I'm seeing that either you may start a business, you may take up a job, you may invest your money somewhere with half knowledge, and then later on you'll be like, shit, I should have researched more. So this is something that may happen. So just make sure that you are trying to get to the bottom of the surface, and you're trying to dig deep and find information, and only then you are making a decision. So that is something. Also, you need to bring in some changes in your thinking. You might be thinking only in one particular direction, and because of that you are not seeing the opportunities around you because you're so fixated. So your message is to try to change the way you think, and then try to bring in some shift in the way you handle the situation. All right, don't be too rigid with stuff. Try to be more flexible. Okay, any other advice for Gemini for career and finance from 21st to 27th? Page of Pentacles is your advice. So I see with the Page of Pentacles, you're being asked to take initiatives. So you might be lacking that spark, and you're waiting for that spark to come. But for sometimes we have to take an initiative and then the spark comes. It's not that we will get a spark and then something will happen. Sometimes we have to do something and the spark will automatically come. So your advice is, do not lay back and do not wait for the opportunity to land in your lap. Take the step from your side, take that initiative from your side, and then the rest of the path will be visible to you. So don't try to rely upon the universe, that universe is going to show you from A to Z and only then you're going to go and do something. Just take that first step, and then universe is going to make the rest of the plan visible to you. So that is something. Also, you need to be more cooperative with people around you. If you're working with a group or a team or whatever, you need to be a little more sensitive to other people's needs and demands and all of that, and try to be in cooperation with people around you. Okay, so that is something that you need to keep in mind. Now let's see your love life, Gemini. Give me the present for Gemini in love. What's happening for Gemini in love? Present energy for Gemini in love, please. So right now, 5 of Pentacles, you are deserted when it comes to love. Some of you feel like you have been left out in the cold. Somebody that you really heavily relied upon might have ditched you. This person left you in the cold out of nowhere. You were relying upon them and they abandoned you. So that might have happened. Right now you feel very alone. You feel like you're just on your own and you have to manage everything. Emotionally, physically, financially, mentally, you feel very drained. That's what I see. What is the blockage for Gemini in love, please? What's the blockage for Gemini in love? The blockage is the Knight of Wands, Gemini. I see that somebody's ego is getting in the way. You want somebody to be more mature and more caring, However, this person is coming in with a lot of ego, and that might be a thing. which is not working. Some of you, I see that you are looking for stability and commitment and long-term relationships, but what keeps coming towards you is one-night stand, fuckboy, fuckgirl centric situations, friends with benefit, and you're not able to understand where you are going wrong. You're like, I am putting my foot forward for a commitment, but then I don't get it why I keep on attracting unavailable people who just want to have hook up with me, or they just want to have friends with benefit or whatever. So that might be a thing, you know, that can be a blockage for you right now. You're not able to understand what's going wrong. Some of you with whom you want a commitment, this person is coming off as a fuckboy, fuckgirl, or friends with benefit or hookup kind of energy, and it's putting you off. What's the outcome for Gemini in love from 21st to 27th? Knight of Cups. There's a proposal coming in. I keep seeing that, and right now I see that you're so deserted, and you know, you just do not see any hope. Right now you feel like you are never gonna get love in your life, and you will keep on attracting these unavailable people or whatever, but universe is presenting you with a love offer. I see there is somebody coming in with a proposal towards you. This person might very strongly be a water sign. We have this as a repetitive message. We have Knight of Cups here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there can be a water sign coming in very strongly with a love offer, and it can be any other sign as well. I see somebody coming in with like chocolates and flowers towards you. Somebody is going to be emotionally very, very open, and this person here is looking for a new beginning with you. For some of you, this can also be a new person. Like if you're not dealing with anybody and whatever, then this can be a new person. We have two aces here, so definitely can be a new person. But for some of you, it can also be your past person. All right, so that is also possible. Somebody in your vicinity is about to propose you. I see a proposal coming in very strongly. Clarify this Knight of Cups for Gemini, please. Yeah, the Sun card, and this is going to make you very, very happy, Gemini. Now, if you ask me, is this my past person? Is this a new person? You will see it, because whoever this person is, they make you very, very happy. So if your past person is somebody who makes you very happy genuinely, like this is a positive person who brings in a sense of optimism in your life, then this can be that. But if you very clearly know that your past person is a piece of shit and they just bring toxicity in your life, then this can be a new person. Some of you, this can also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Very strongly can be a Leo. I see you getting proposed by somebody who is going to have intense feelings for you. So if you're single, you're not going to be single anymore. You are attracting a proposal. Wow, I love this. Somebody is going to be very upfront that they like you and they want this with you. Like no BS, straight to the top, straight to the point talks. What is the advice for Gemini in love? What's the advice for Gemini in love? Your advice is the 10 of Cups, I guess. Yeah, your advice is 10 of Cups. So Gemini, gear up. There's a proposal coming in. There's a commitment coming in. Somebody wants to have like a be all end all with you. Your only advice is to be optimistic and practice positivity. Be hopeful. Bring in more optimism, and I see you are manifesting it. So do not doubt it. When this happens, do not doubt it. Sometimes when we have endured a lot of shit and then we get something positive, we start doubting it and we screw it. So your message is to not doubt it. All right, some of you have been waiting for this for some time and it's finally manifesting. All right, give me a message for Gemini, please. Message for Gemini. Codependency. Some of you need to overcome your own codependency issues. Some of you may also be having some toxic ties with somebody from your past, maybe. So you need to get rid of those codependency issues as well. When you will release yourself from any sort of obsession or desperation, you will manifest this love. Give me a message for Gemini, please. Chemistry. Yeah. And then we have free yourself. So you need to free yourself from any sort of toxic ties, any sort of codependency issues. You need to stop telling yourself that your happiness or your existence depend on anybody. You are a free individual and your happiness or your existence does not depend on anybody. Anybody who's worth having is just a bonus in your life. And when you will come forward with that kind of an approach, you will attract somebody who's an individual who does not have any ties. But if you also have toxic ties, then you will keep on attracting people who have toxic ties as well. because that person is going to mirror you. But when you come with an independent energy, then you will attract somebody who also comes with an independent energy. So there's a strong magnetic attraction here that I see between you and someone, and it has a lot of potential to manifest, provided that you cut down on your own codependency issues, you free yourself from any sort of negativity and self-doubt, and if you will do that, things will turn for good for you. Give me a message for Gemini, please, to close off the reading. Message for Gemini to close off the reading, please. So this one wanted to come. We have, beware of what you are projecting, the exact thing that I was telling. If you have toxic ties, if you have codependency issues, if you keep giving into situations that you know you should not, then you will be projecting that shit on other people and you're going to attract it back. But when you have your boundaries in place and you act like a very independent, sorted person who knows what they want in life, then you're going to attract somebody who also knows what they want in life. No confusion, no chaos, no scope of confusion or anything. So beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are the qualities you do possess equally so. The qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So I see that you need to cut some toxic ties, you need to get rid of your own codependency issues, and you need to look inside. And once you do that, you will be able to attract somebody who's much more healed and on the same wavelength. So that is your reading, and a very clear and crisp. And Gemini, I do see a proposal coming in for you. Some of you, it might not happen from 21st to 27, but it's happening. For some of you, it may actually happen during that time, because it's a general reading, so the same timeline will not apply to all the Geminis on this planet, common sense, but it's coming in. There's a proposal coming in very strongly. Somebody is going to confess their feelings for you. Just get ready. But make sure that you do all the self-work before that. So yep, that's pretty much your reading. I hope this helps to resonate. If it does, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment. I will see you very soon in the next video. Till then, you guys take care, stay safe, bye.